welcome to the seventh episode of the Squared Circle podcast. I am one of your three hosts, Brad, and I'm joined by
Christina
and Alex.
What's up?
What up?
So that was back. Weird. I've never opened a show. It's very, very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that's all right.
It is.
How'd I do? Good?
Yeah, you did good.
I think I did all right.
Well, we'll give you an applause.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, you know.
You got the name of our show, right? So that's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Squared Circle.
So it's been a while since we've done a podcast. Our last podcast is actually the day
Before
of Wrestlemania. Sorry for the delay, but we're back and we've got a lot to talk about, obviously. But before we get into everything, just a reminder that we do have a Facebook fan page, the Squared Circle Podcast. So please look us up, like us, follow us, all that good stuff. And our podcast is also available on iTunes. Same name, the Squared Circle Podcast. Look us up, download, like, share, comment, provide all your feedback. We would love to hear from you. So,
wow.
Let's get into it.
That's very professional.
Well, right. Thank you. I'm very proud of that.
You should do infomercials.
Sound like Michael Cole just plugging away. All right.
Nice. So we're starting with that already.
She gets Michael Cole this week. Last podcast, she was Kevin Dunn.
Wow. Thanks a lot. This is why we haven't done a podcast.
All right. So let's just pick up right where we left off on our last show. So let's get right into WrestleMania 32. And we'll just go over some of the matches here. So quickly, we'll just go over some results. Kalisto beating Ryback.
Who the hell cared, first of all?
Yeah.
And the thing I really noticed about WrestleMania 32, or WrestleMania Star, or whatever the hell they were calling it, is the matches themselves were really good. The finishes all sucked.
Basically.
Well, they were all just standard. Like, there was no interferences whatsoever. There was no excitement.
The women's match stole the show.
Well, the women's match
100%.
definitely
It was awesome.
did. It was awesome.
Taker and Shane was good, aside from Taker winning, because Shane's been on Deep Raw every week since. But, what else was... Ambrose and Lesnar was...
Well, we'll just go through the matches.
Yeah,
Okay, so Kalisto won. Who cares? Team Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde.
Who cares?
It was a who cares match. But I'll admit, Bree's Yes Lock was pretty awesome.
Yes.
The way she rolled into that.
Yes.
I thought that was amazing.
It was probably the best match Brie Bella's ever had.
Yeah, it was.
So
sure.
it was nice to see that for her final match.
Yeah. Usos and Dudley Boys, I didn't even see this match.
I didn't
remember.
That was a nothing match.
I'm pretty sure I was in the drive-thru at Popeye's Chicken for that match.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now let's get into the main card now. Zack Ryder winning.
Okay.
The ladder match.
This was cool.
This was awesome.
I had a mark out moment right off the bat because it was awesome. Zack Ryder. Who thought amazing. Zack Ryder would walk out of WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion?
A WrestleMania moment like that was pretty awesome.
You know what, though? He deserves it.
He did.
All the crap he's been through in the last couple of years, especially after getting himself as over as he did, and the company just buried him.
Yeah.
Like, it was nice of him to say, okay, we'll give you a break.
For 2 days.
I mean, really, he lost the title on SmackDown or whatever, right? But
it was still awesome.
It
and there was also, like, the biggest... reactions to superstars coming out in that match. First, Sami Zayn's was amazing. Everyone was singing his song. It was super awesome. And then Kevin Owens' music hits, and the place erupted.
Kevin Owens got a huge pop.
It was probably the pop
like one of the top.
He's getting huge pops wherever he goes now, though.
Yeah, but this was like thunderous.
Yeah.
There were also 100,000 people.
But it was still it was considerably bigger than like some of the bigger name stars that you would think would get a reaction that didn't get anything even remotely close to his. So it was awesome.
Yeah, so that was a fun match.
It was.
And Sin Cara didn't botch anything. So
that ending spot that Owens and Zayn did.
Oh, that was psychotic.
Oh my god.
Where Owens just laid there like dead.
Yeah.
Like I actually thought he was hurt. He sold it so well because he did not move after he hit that ladder. He was like.
They had like even during the celebration with Ryder, he was still like laying there dead.
He was just like, It was awesome though. It was really good.
Yeah. Okay, so our next match, Chris Jericho defeating AJ Styles.
Again, a great match, but the finish was bad.
It was totally backwards.
It made no sense for AJ to lose in his first WrestleMania.
It made, especially since the next night he was going to be the number one contender.
Yeah, no kidding.
So make him come off a huge win. So that it's
to
like,
become
of course he's the number one contender.
But that's what they always do, though. Is they're always like, okay, we're going to make you lose, and then suddenly you're going to be like at the head of this tournament. How does that make sense?
50-50 booking. That's Vince's,
it's the worst
thing in the world.
He's trying to make everybody look good, right?
Yeah.
With the 50-50, and
but
really
then
it's just making the people who should be looking good look bad.
It just makes everyone look like losers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The match was great though.
Yeah, well, the match was awesome.
League of Nations against the New Day. 6-man tag, non-title.
I'm getting annoyed with New Day, and I never liked the League of Nations, so I don't care.
I love the New Day.
No, I'm
annoyed
with the New Day.
To me, like, the only thing I think about when I think of this match is what happened after, which was absolutely amazing. When Barrett called out 3 superstars from the past.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
HBK comes out in his ring gear. That was a mark out moment for me.
Yeah.
I was going crazy.
And they were his DX pants, too.
Yeah. So he got
and then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, because something happened, and I was like, Austin's coming out. Austin's going to come out. It's going to be so exciting.
I thought that was kind of a waste of Austin, though. Like,
well, I mean, he can't do anything.
He was injured, actually. Did you read
I know he was hurt, but I thought that whole segment was a waste of him. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they had to use him in some way. They're in
Texas.
Give him his own segment. It's Stone Cold
Steve
Austin.
Yeah, but like every year, if he comes out and just talks, it's boring. This at least made it.
Yeah, it's good to see him actually like stomp him out
in the ring.
It was stupid that he danced though,
and drink like 100 beers.
When Austin danced, I was like,
no, he didn't. That was the best part of WrestleMania.
No, but that was the perfect dance for Stone Cold to do. It was so like cheesy.
He did it like it was sarcastic though, and because he stunned Woods right after.
Yeah.
Right? So that was okay, I guess. But
it was great. Foley was good too.
Foley was really good, and he looked good. He lost a lot of weight.
Yes, but I don't think we could really say Mick Foley looks good anymore.
Well, no.
Compared to what
the guy's
looked like,
the guy's still borderline crippled.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah,
but I mean,
look at what
he lost like 50 or 60 pounds.
Yeah.
So he
looked like he was in great shape.
Yeah.
But
Brock Lesnar against Dean Ambrose.
Again, like they tried to do with Dean what they did with Roman last year and have him get his butt whooped and just like keep begging for more or whatever. And it worked, but the match was so short. You know what I mean? Like
it was short.
They only got like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 13 minutes.
Like, what is that?
Well, the thing that I hated about this match,
especially for a Brock match.
Well, I'll tell you my theory on why their match was short in a second.
Because they had to give The Rock an extra 10 minutes?
No, well, aside from that.
Well, to light his logo on fire?
Don't even get me started.
I know.
So, no, the thing that was weird about this match was that every week Dean was getting beat. Like, Brock was always on top.
Yeah.
And then you would think, okay, maybe Dean will pull through and get a win somehow. Mm-hmm. But then he lost anyways. And then, next night.
No 50-50.
Like, Brock just totally steamrolled over him, and that was it. Like, it was
especially after Dean came off such a great match at Roadblock.
Yeah.
Oh, his
against
match at
Triple
Roadblock
H.
was amazing.
And they made him look like
it makes him almost look like Brock would just wipe the floor with Triple H. Because Triple H was struggling against Dean.
But he did wipe the floor with Triple H. Remember their matches? Like, Brock was killing him every time.
Triple H won at Mania.
Triple H won at WrestleMania, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, of course he did.
Of course he did.
When would Triple H ever lose at WrestleMania?
Only if there's someone that he needs to put over.
Yeah.
Someone that hasn't been put over enough.
But I think that the 13 minutes was to give Stephanie that 25-minute speech time before the Triple H match.
It was so dumb. Okay, we'll get to that when we get to...
Okay, match of the night. Charlotte versus Becky and Sasha.
Absolutely. I still don't think Charlotte should have won. I like how they're saving Sasha's title win for SummerSlam.
Sasha, though, in that match left something to be desired.
She botched a lot.
She did botch a lot.
She's not a typical bot. Like, she's usually like dead on. Yeah. So I don't know if it was just like the excitement of being at WrestleMania. She was, wearing all the Eddie gear and getting all hyped up. So I think that she was in her own head.
Snoop walking
around, which was awesome, by the way. But I think that she got into her own head, and that kind of worked against her for the match. I thought Becky was incredible during the whole match, though. Aside from that feather thing.
Charlotte's moonsault to the outside.
Like,
okay,
oh my god.
Yes, it was flawless. It was flawless.
It was amazing.
I agree, but
she did that with Flair.
Oh, by the way. That's disgusting. You're gross. But she did come out. She did come out with Flair's cape thing from WrestleMania.
We called that.
Yeah, I said that
Yeah,
at the last show. I was like,
but you know what? It was kind of cool because it wasn't exactly his robe, but it was made from.
It was made from.
Yeah, which was cool.
That was cool.
It was cool.
I wish she wouldn't wear it like every week on Raw though.
Yeah,
sometimes she just comes out on Raw with it on.
Yeah.
Like she should do what Finn does, like where he's
with
only the demon on pay-per-views or whatever. Like she should do the same thing, wear that only when she's actually like.
Speaking of Charlotte, I was reading something the other day saying she's the only diva that has been so far at 11 pay-per-views in a row.
And Kevin Owens is the only guy since Brock Lesnar to be on every pay-per-view since his debut.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Every pay-per-view since his debut, he's been on.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm just knocking on wood here because we need him to continue to be on pay-per-views forever because I love him. I hate to see him and he can't get injured.
You're such a mark.
We should keep a list of every single person that Christina says she loves on this show.
and ban them from being mentioned.
No.
Yes.
All right, I love Charlotte. Let's just keep talking
That
about
match
her
was 16 minutes long. That was longer than Brock and Dean.
The women's match?
Yeah.
Well, it deserved it.
Yeah.
It did.
It didn't feel like 16 minutes.
No, it
It
didn't.
felt like it was over way too fast.
Except for Becky's feather thing in her hair was driving me bananas the whole night. Like, I was staring at it. I wanted it to fall out.
Man, speaking of Becky, her shiner after the match was awesome.
Oh, that was crazy.
Her black eye was nuts.
It was like
that
she had a
gnarly.
cut. She had a cut there too, right?
Yeah.
Because someone kicked her in the face. I think it might have been Sasha, because Sasha was botching left and right.
Could be.
But yeah, someone kicked her in the face, I guess, and it just opened her up.
Yeah.
Gave her a wicked shiner.
Yeah, that was serious.
Good for you, Becky Lynch.
Yeah. She was amazing.
Taking it like a champ.
Seriously.
And you still looked hot.
Yeah. All right. The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon.
Okay.
It was what I expected.
Yeah.
I expected, like, in terms of, like, actual, like, in-ring stuff, it was exactly what I expected it to be.
It was a Shane McMahon spot fest.
Yeah.
I thought that
it was a 30-minute build-up to one spot.
Yeah.
Literally.
But it was awesome, and I really liked when he came out with his kids, and all his kids were doing the little moves or whatever on the stage. That was so cute.
As I reflect on that entrance with the kids, I think that's stupid because you're getting into a Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. The last thing you should be thinking about is having kids. You're about to get killed. And he's like, oh, here, kids, come with me.
Here, kids, come watch Daddy
but
get
at
his
the
butt
same
handed
time,
to him
though,
on a
like,
platter.
okay, like, we know, like, he's doesn't have a lot of matches left in him, if any. So why not bring your 3 kids out? They're older now, like, whatever. I have a theory on that. We'll talk about that later.
Theory on what?
SummerSlam.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But, yeah.
I thought it was cute. But the spot was awesome.
Yeah, it was. But the match didn't have any long-term story significance.
Yeah.
Shane's been on Raw every week since WrestleMania.
Since the minute Raw started the next night.
Yeah, Vince is like, I'll just give you a shot, whatever. Okay, well, so you like each other now?
I guess they tried to play it off like he stood up to The Undertaker and got his butt handed to him, and Vince respects him now, I guess, or something. But this is all clearly building up to a Triple H versus Shane match.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it totally is.
They haven't had Triple H on it at all.
I have an alternative theory.
Oh God, I don't want to hear this if it involves CM Punk.
It does not involve CM Punk.
Okay.
If it involves CM Punk, I'm stopping the show.
He's finally coming back and challenging the authority.
No.
God,
Hey, do you know CM Punk's...
I've seen that online.
CM Punk's undefeated in UFC.
What?
CM Punk's undefeated in UFC.
Because he hasn't had a match.
He's also winless.
He also hasn't won. Okay,
I'll say my prediction afterwards.
Okay. So for sure, Christina liked the next part of WrestleMania, in which Baron Corbin won the Andre the Giant.
Yes, as soon as I saw him come out, I was like, oh my God, there's Baron Corbin. I'm like, he's winning. Like, that's who's winning. Like, hands down. No, there's no doubt in my mind that he's winning.
You know what? I
love that guy.
Proven wrong by a friend, too, by that, because she even said, she was like, I think Baron Corbin's going to win this. And I'm like, no NXT guy is going to win at WrestleMania. And lo and behold, Baron Corbin wins the Andre the Giant.
Hey, honestly, there were not many people to choose from in that match.
No.
It was all jobbers.
It was
Tatanka!
Oh.
I forgot about
It had people in the match where, like, even
they didn't give him an entrance.
The commentators, like, 10 minutes into the match, like, oh, what the? Tatanka's in this match?
Tatanka's here. DDP's in it.
I know, yeah. But DDP got an entrance at least. He didn't get a jobber's entrance like Tatanka did. But I thought that like, honestly, like, if you watch, I don't remember what the show's called or whatever, but it's like the
Breaking
behind
Ground?
the scenes. Yes. On Breaking Ground, you see, like, all the work that Baron Corbin, he'd be constantly at the gym, blah, 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 working out, whatever, and they, like, just never give him a shot at anything. Like, that. He was never in the title picture. And for him to come up and win that was pretty cool.
And I think he's been doing all right on the main roster since he came up.
I like him since he's been on main roster.
Well, I'm not really a fan yet. I don't really like his...
You will be.
I love his finisher.
I don't like his lone wolf... I like his finisher, but I don't like his lone wolf gimmick.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of it, but...
He needs to get, like, a real program.
He needs
to just
shave his hair.
Just roll over Ziggler tonight and then...
Give him Jericho.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Have Jericho.
Jericho's good with the new guys, though, because he's got a way of putting them over. Even if he beats them, he still makes them look good, which is nice. So that would be good.
That's what I'm saying. Put Corbin and Jericho in a match.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, me too.
Would you watch this? The Rock defeating Eric Rowan in 6 seconds?
Okay, this is stupid. Like, if The Rock's not going to come back for anything meaningful...
Don't bring him.
Don't bring him back. He spends 10 minutes with a flamethrower lighting his logo on fire. And then he just stands there blasting it in the sky like, ooh, fire. And then he goes to the ring and cuts one of his stupid promos. I'm sorry, I'm getting sick of The Rock too. But he cuts one of his dumb, tired promos. The Wyatt family comes out. He puts Bray over.
And then...
Before properly burying him.
Yeah.
And then he buries Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
Like... What the
Actually,
hell?
I think I messaged you during this, like, when this whole segment happened, because we were like, okay, like, what was the point? Like, why does everyone come out and then bury Wyatt? Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Obviously, I'm the Bray mark.
Yeah.
So, I don't hate The Rock. I never have hated The Rock, but I don't particularly like The Rock. This made me hate The Rock, because the whole segment was pointless. It served no purpose other than, why is Bray Wyatt getting buried?
I don't know.
That is my question.
It's because someone backstage obviously isn't into them.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotta be. Like, one of the three.
Wait for him to go
decided they're not into
babyface and actually get a win. You know what I mean?
He needs something, because at this point, they're literally doing nothing.
Exactly. At this point, no one cares about him.
The most that they ever did was the videos before they debuted.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, they lose every single feud they have. There's no point.
Yeah.
He has no heat whatsoever.
It's not cool. And now one of his followers is on the receiving end of being in the shortest match in the history of WWE or WrestleMania or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, that's stupid.
But this is why, going back to what I said earlier, with Austin, at least Austin did something different. The Rock does the same thing every year. He comes out, makes fun of somebody,
buries
does
somebody.
a rock bottom or whatever, and then leaves. Like, it's dumb. Like, don't bring him, because honestly, he should be one of those.
$2 million just
exactly.
to do that.
So bring him every 5 WrestleManias and have him do a match. Like, obviously, he can still do a match because he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
He can do a match, but he can't get insurance.
Yeah.
It's the Hollywood that prevents him from having a match. Because they're worried that he's going to get hurt. Because every match he has had, he's got injured.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Well, he got injured at 29, but at 28 in Survivor Series, he was okay. He didn't
Well, he got seriously injured in 29.
Yeah, he tore 3 tendons off his pelvis or something. Like.
And I think he was making the Hercules movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And it pushed
delayed.
it back.
It delayed
a long time.
Yeah. But still, either way, it's annoying.
Oh, I forgot to mention that, or we forgot to mention, that Shaquille O'Neal was in Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was cool, though.
They're built. I think that's a build.
They should have promoted that, though.
No, because I think they're building to him and Big Show next year. Because Shaq's always wanted a match. He's never gotten one.
I would love that. I would honestly love that. I think Shaq's awesome.
I could care less about it.
Okay. How about
it depends on if Big Show might do a switchy thing and become a heel or a babyface in the same match.
A switchy thing.
Oh, like a light switch?
Or? Oh, like a
turn? Heel turn?
A switchy thing.
A switchy thing. Okay, Roman Reigns beat Triple H in the most boring match in the history of WrestleMania.
Let's talk about Stephanie's 25
her Mad Max inspired promo.
But honestly, though, she did it well.
She did. She sounded like a fucking bitch.
She was awesome, though. She didn't stumble on her words whatsoever. Not at all.
I love it when she gets angry and her voice is like, "You about here, queen."
I know.
It's I love that. But it was a little unnecessary. Triple H getting these WrestleMania entrances is fine. you don't need to make his entrance 10 minutes longer by having his wife cut a promo before it. Like, it was all kind of just like, look at us giving Triple H the main event of the biggest WrestleMania of all time, you know? Like,
well, that just shows you where they are as a company.
It was a little much, I thought.
Like, they're still going to push one of the
hey, on the
top guys.
Yeah, but on the other end, like, if you're Vince and you see your son-in-law as the future of the company, you know, he's going to be running it one day, you might as well keep it in the family, right? I don't know.
They already do. And
yeah, I know they do, but...
Like, I'm fine with it because I like Triple H, so I don't care. I thought the intro was awesome, but I thought that it took away from matches like Dean and Lesnar or whatever that could have been longer.
And Roman's entrance was not that great. He literally just came out, punched the ground on the Titantron, made the stage go weird, and the pyro went off, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well,
Triple H comes out with these costumes, and he's got Stephanie introducing him.
But that's because everyone hates Roman Reigns. So, like, really, like, what are they going to do? He's going to parade around for 25 minutes? People are going to throw tomatoes.
Did you hear the boos he was getting?
Oh, yeah. He's
nuts. Like, so that's what 100,000 people booing sounds
so, like, he was probably backstage listening to Kevin Owens coming out going, man, I wish that was me. And Vince is saying, wow, I wish that was Roman.
Yeah,
but it's
no kidding.
But it's not at all. And the finish was boring.
Yeah. It was
like, he just
It was
won.
just a generic match.
It was so predictable, the end. Like, I swear, I called, like, the last whole entire sequence. I'm like, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's going to do that, spear, it's over. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was
like,
just,
it was so predictable.
It was predictable. There was nothing like...
It just left you going, oh, all right, I guess it's done now.
Yeah.
Like, there was no big, like the year before, it was WrestleMania 31. It was, like, amazing. Like, there's this awesome match going on. Because,
there was
honestly,
so much excitement.
Lesnar and Roman Reigns were having a great match.
Like, the Lesnar-Roman part without Seth
was actually
really good.
It was really good. And then
Roman's comeback on Brock was so believable.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, like, unbelievably believable.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then all of a sudden, the music hits and Seth runs down and cashes in and wins.
Okay. So, final thoughts on WrestleMania. We'll get away from...
Okay, if you were going to grade it out of 10, what would you give it?
Considering I thought it was going to be like a 0, I had very low expectations for this Mania. I'll give it like a 7.5.
You know what? I can't give it any higher than a 6.
I was
too disappointed with too many finishes.
Oh, if you bet money on this pay-per-view, you would have lost.
You were broke. You had no money after this. But I mean, I can't give it any higher than a 6. Maybe a 6.5. It's not quite it's not quite a B show because I was really disappointed with a lot of finishes of matches.
Yeah, I mean, like there were like some of the matches weren't that great. Some of them were good, with like you said earlier, bad finishes. But I mean, the women's match was amazing. I thought the ladder match was great.
That match was great. The women's match alone was like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was,
and I liked the ladder match too.
The ladder match was fun,
but all the main event matches did not do it.
The main event matches were whatever. I thought that the segment with HBK, Foley, and Austin was just super exciting. And I thought even Cena coming out with The Rock.
You liked it because of HBK and his ring gear.
Yeah, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
Even Cena coming out, I thought was fun. Because it's true. It's like, it feels weird if Cena wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'd be missing.
Like, he's been at every single WrestleMania since WrestleMania 20. Now we're at 32.
That's gross. So what would you rate it?
I think with the women's match and the HBK thing and Cena and the ladder match, I'd probably give it about a 7. I'd say 7 out of 10. The main event was horrible.
The main event.
And you never want to leave your pay-per-view, your biggest show of the year, with a match that nobody's going to want to ever watch again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like how many times have I watched Brock and Roman again? Like 1,000. How many times am I going to watch this match?
Never.
All right. So, quickly, let's talk about... Did you watch NXT TakeOver? Nakamura?
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
You haven't seen Nakamura in...
Okay. I saw Nakamura and Sammy.
Okay, that's
But
all
I
you
didn't
need
watch
to
the
see.
whole show.
That's
That's
the
all
only
you need to
match you
see.
need to talk about.
Yeah, it
'cause
was ridiculous.
It was we had watched it just before we did our podcast, but we couldn't talk about it because we hadn't seen it yet.
I like
That's
that.
literally the only thing you needed to watch from that whole show.
I love Nakamura.
Oh my god, amazing!
He's unreal. That strong style that he does.
Oh, he's amazing. We're lucky we saw him a couple years ago. BCW did a show and he was here.
Nice.
Like,
he's
incredible.
Nice. He's nice and stiff. Like, I like him.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
that match was probably one of my favorite matches of all time. Like, that match was incredible. It was honestly awesome. So, yep, good job, WWE, bringing him in.
I'm so confused.
Why?
Because I have the Wikipedia page for Payback, and it has results of tonight.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like,
most of the matches are the same.
Like, it says here that this is just from the Wikipedia page, so obviously someone edited it. It says the New Day beat Vaudevillains, the Usos beat the Club, Sami Zayn is winning the IC title, Jericho's beating Ambrose, Natalya is beating Charlotte, and Roman is beating AJ. That's what it says.
What?
I swear, look at it.
Someone hacked the Wikipedia page.
The only thing that's wrong on there is it has Ryback and Kalisto.
Yeah, which isn't happening,
Which
obviously.
it's Rusev and Kalisto.
This is weird.
Isn't that weird?
I wonder if that's accurate.
What if it's accurate? But it has like match times, unless it's just from the last pay-per-view too.
Wait a minute. Payback was the last pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, tonight's Extreme Rules.
Then what?
Isn't that weird?
But they didn't fight the Vaudevillains, so we know that those are tonight's matches.
Yeah, the only thing is...
Oh, you mean it's been a month since Enzo got hurt?
Well, it
that
wasn't
was
a month. It was like
brutal,
3
by
weeks
the
ago.
way.
Yeah, it was.
That was literally the worst thing I've ever seen.
His eyes rolling back in his head were intense.
Yeah. Okay, so basically Payback was a one-match show, though. Right?
It was a horrible pay-per-view. Like, I thought the pay-per-view as a whole was boring.
I didn't think it was awful. Again, it was... I liked it more than WrestleMania.
I thought the AJ Roman match was actually... It was overbooked like crazy.
Yeah, but it was decent.
But it was a fun match to watch. Like, you never knew what was going to happen.
No, I really like their feud. I really do. Like, hatred for Roman aside, he's holding up his end, and I don't...
I like Roman.
He's good in the ring.
No, but I like him. I'm just bored. Like, I want something more fun. Like, I want someone else.
That Styles clash on the chair on Raw was awesome.
It looks so weird with AJ holding Roman, though, because Roman's so tall.
Roman's a big dude.
So he's, like, hanging there. Like...
Yeah, Roman's a big guy. But, oh, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I'm really excited for their match tonight. I hope... You know what? Screw it. I hope Roman steals the show tonight.
Roman?
Yeah.
He will.
Him and AJ are going to rock it tonight.
They are. They're going to kill it.
I hope.
And, okay, so let's talk about that match for tonight.
Okay. The build-up's been
awesome. Do you want to just go through every match of tonight's pay-per-view?
Yeah,
just kind
with
of
all
give
the results.
Quick predictions.
The build-up's been awesome.
The build-up has been really good. I don't think that the bloodline or whatever should be...
Oh, the Usos are like...
The Usos aren't over anymore.
I'd rather watch the
They're not over.
Shooting Stars.
The Usos aren't over anymore.
No,
not at all.
Everybody hates them. I think they hate them more than Roman. I swear.
Yeah.
Because at least Roman, like, you want to boo them, or boo him, you want to cheer him, depending. But the Usos, you just
don't want them there.
They have like go away heat.
Yeah, it's X-Pac heat.
Yeah, it's like Miz heat from like 2 years ago.
Okay,
I love the Miz.
Talk about the Miz.
He's amazing.
The Miz is awesome now. Oh my god!
The Miz is awesome. Really, you had to use the word awesome.
but really, he is now. Like he is.
This whole thing, like bringing Maurice.
And I love that he brought Maurice back because it just makes you hate him even more. Yeah, because you think his wife is the hottest thing in the world.
Look at this guy. Every diva on the roster, or woman, I should say.
No, yeah, true, but you still just hate him for that sole reason.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about... You just brought up something. So, how do you feel about the women's championship instead of the divas?
I love it.
Oh,
and I like that it looks exactly like the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. The belt is beautiful. They did such a good job.
It's like the women are now officially on the same level.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad they did that because it was honestly stupid. It's like the NXT women's champion and then the divas when they move out to the roster. It's dumb.
Well, even like at WrestleMania on the stadium, the big huge poster at the front of the door, the women were in the center.
Yeah.
If you saw that.
It's true.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And rightfully so.
They had the match that everyone was waiting for.
Yeah.
And it stole the show.
It did.
Okay, so tonight's matches, we got Ziggler and Baron Corbin in a no DQ match.
Please, Baron Corbin win.
Corbin has to win.
He has to win. I'm sorry, but even Ziggler is kind of like the Uso.
Can they just release Ziggler on the 27th?
But it's like they're not doing anything with him. So really, like, he always loses anyway. So whatever, let him lose.
New Day against Vaudevillains.
New Day.
Although I really
like the Vaudevillains.
I think the Vaudevillains are going to win.
I like as tired as I am of the New Day, their segment where they went back in time on Monday was awesome.
When Kofi's music hit, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like so
Going
good.
back to 2009, the peak years of my career.
And then he didn't.
And he brings up the accent.
And then they were trying to like pull him back, and he's like, "No, I love it here." Like, it was so good.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Like when they do stuff like that, it's
I love
really
them.
funny.
I think they're.
What do
really
you think
funny.
of their entrance at Mania with the Dragon Ball Z?
Loved it.
I like that. I didn't like the Bootios box.
Come on.
Oh,
that
you
was
hate Bootios,
awesome.
eh?
I hate this Bootios.
But
I hate the whole
the
Bootios
cereal
idea.
was like so big.
I like how they held on to the last Bootio from WrestleMania. Though. That's funny.
How can you hate Bootios? They make sure you ain't booty.
I know, right? It's so good.
It's stupid things like that that make me not like the New Day.
I think that
awesome promos like they did on Monday are what make me love them.
Yeah.
But when they're immature with all this stupid Bootios and unicorn horns and unicorn magic and all that crap, like, come on, man. I'll watch an episode of Adventure Time if I want to see that.
I do think the Vaudevillains are going to win, though.
I could see them winning.
They have a good shot at winning.
I feel like if they win...
I wouldn't be surprised
I think just so that it's not stale.
Yeah,
like
I think
at this
the New Day
point,
needs something new.
The New Day needs something new, so let's kick them out for a little minute.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then have the Vaudevillains win.
Yeah.
And then they can, do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Natalya.
Come on,
submission
Natty.
Match. If Flair comes out to ringside, Charlotte will lose the title.
Charlotte's first pay-per-view match without Ric Flair at ringside.
Okay, what if they do this? What if Charlotte goes over without Flair, and then Flair wants to still be with her, but then she feels like
she doesn't need him.
She doesn't need him anymore, and then he'll get mad at her, and then maybe he'll go with someone else.
Turn on her?
Yeah, maybe he'll be like, oh, okay,
maybe
Sasha.
He goes with Sasha.
And be like, oh, or Paige.
Apparently
Paige might feud with Charlotte because of Del Rio.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that yet.
Charlotte used to date Del Rio. You know that?
Charlotte dated
Del Rio, and then now Paige is dating Del Rio. So
Paige and
they're feuding in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
And Vince loves it, so he said he wants to put it on television.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he did it with Matt Hardy and Edge. Why wouldn't he do it with the girls?
Wow, really? They're actually at each other's throats over this? I hate Del Rio. Really do.
He's got Charlotte and Paige fighting over him.
I hate Del Rio. I hate him so much.
I'd be okay with that, but I would like to see Natty win because, like, honestly, they never give her anything, and she's always
Natty's not
always
win.
on spot.
No,
but she should. They should give her a shot. Like, she's consistent.
She's not
always.
winning.
I hate Charlotte so much.
Why?
I hate her.
You can't hate her anymore.
Yes, I can.
It's not even fair.
She's my favorite.
She's awesome.
Like, literally, when she comes out, I stand up,
I'm
bowing.
She's doing a good job. Like, she's doing a good job. I just don't like her.
But she's awesome. How do you hate her?
I hate her.
I swear, sometimes
this will be very interesting if she feuds with Paige.
Oh.
And that's the reason they're feuding.
On Instagram, last night, Charlotte posted a picture to Natty or whatever about the match tonight, and she tagged Stone Cold Steve Austin, and she's wearing an Austin 316 shirt. Interesting.
Charlotte did?
Mm-hmm. So we will see.
I don't think she's done.
Is he going to come out and
what's he going to do?
Why would she? That'd be awesome. Why would that randomly
And it's
happen?
a submission match.
Oh,
Brett and Stone Cold.
Maybe Natty passes out.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Natty doesn't tap out. She passes out.
We'll see.
I could see Natty, but they do that a lot. But
They
I could
do
see
that a lot.
I can see Natty.
Everyone passes out.
Just to like make her not
Cena
tap
passed
out.
out. Rusev passed out. They all pass out.
Okay, next match.
Okay, Kalisto against Rusev.
Who cares?
Rusev
is
Rusev
gonna
better
win.
win though.
He's
He's
going
gonna
over,
win.
100%.
I'm tired of Kalisto. I never liked Kalisto.
Say your theory.
So my theory is that, and the timeline is kind of short the more I think about it, but I feel like Rusev will win.
Mm-hmm.
Cena will come back, take the title from Rusev.
And then
The next week he can do it. Maybe he comes back that night.
It gets Rusev over as an international heel again.
Yeah.
Because Cena's the All-American boy.
So what I was thinking was maybe, so say Rusev wins a title, and then next week he'll be like, oh, open challenge, let's say. I don't know.
Cena comes out.
Wins
it
title.
on Memorial Day.
Wins the title for all the Americans.
Oh, God.
Then the next week, Cena issues an open challenge.
And Rusev wins it back.
Seth accepts the challenge.
For the U.S. title? Well, I guess he is
It's
a former
against
U.S.
Cena.
champion.
And it's against Cena.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think they said they want to bring Seth back as a heel, not a babyface.
Yeah, because there's no heels on the roster right now that are over.
Well, because they
as heels?
They could only have Roman as the big babyface. That's how they see it.
Oh,
Which brings me to my funny thing I was reading. I was reading this report. It's like, Vince wants Roman Reigns to look strong after Extreme Rules.
In other news, water, wet.
Yeah. I just started laughing immediately when I saw that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my theory.
I just dropped a Batman versus Superman quote on this show. Thank you very much.
Was that from Batman vs. Superman?
Yeah.
When?
Crime wave in Gotham. In other news,
Oh.
water, wet.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, buddy. I'm going to make people like that movie if it kills me.
That'll never happen.
I like it.
On second
Did
viewing,
you
I
saw
loved
Civil
it.
War?
Told you.
Civil War was awesome.
What's better, Civil War or Batman Superman?
Well, Civil War, but my heart will always belong to Batman versus Superman.
Why?
Biased.
That's like being like, my heart will always belong to Geely.
No, that's not true at all. That's go home. It's a terrible comparison.
All right, The Miz versus Kevin Owens versus James Bond versus Sami Zayn.
I love Cesaro's Bond gimmick. How he just
It's
rips
amazing.
his suit off. That's amazing. all he needs now is to come out in like a Lambo, like the Del Rio used to do.
Yeah.
But
No, he has to come out like an Aston Martin or something.
Yeah. But I'm picking Sammy for sure. He's got to win.
Sammy? I could see Sammy.
I can see Sammy or Cesaro.
I could honestly see Miz retaining too.
I don't think a heel's walking out.
I think that Sammy's gonna win, and then it's gonna turn into the Sammy Kevin Owens feud.
I hope because they need
Me too.
They need something to feud over.
Right?
They can't just hate
each other. So at least if he has the belt, then Kevin can come out and attack him all the time. Blah blah blah.
And that'll elevate the IC title too because it's kind of in the dumps right now.
Yeah.
It's just there. Yeah.
Same with the US title.
The US is like,
Get it off
because the US was so high.
Get it
with
off
Cena,
Kalisto. Oh my
it's
god.
fallen so hard.
I know.
Well,
I'm actually shocked Kalisto's held it for so long.
Kalisto's had only 2 matches. He's had a match with Del Rio 1,000 times and Ryback 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Ryback should have beat him, to be honest. But
yeah.
Well, we all know about Ryback.
Yeah.
The pre-show Steeler.
Not even that. He's pretty much on his way out.
They can't come to terms.
There were some serious talks of him being released a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's why.
Well, apparently on the 27th, there's gonna be another round of cuts. That's the rumor.
Well,
that's because everyone's coming back.
And they're saying that there's a potential top female that's getting released.
Bye, Charlotte. Bye bye.
Yeah, they're
later.
gonna get rid of their women's champion. Yeah, smart.
Hey, well, maybe it's Sasha. She hasn't been on TV in a while.
No, they're saving her for SummerSlam. Everyone knows that.
I think my prediction was like Alicia Fox or something.
I think it's Emma.
You think Emma? They're going to release her after getting a back injury and surgery?
Why not?
I don't think
That'll be the worst thing they could ever do.
And Emma's run, but Emma's last run that she's been doing has been excellent.
Emma's like my favorite. Besides Charlotte, Charlotte's best ever.
Every diva on the roster is your favorite, apparently.
No, I'm not you.
Yeah?
No, okay.
Yeah?
My favorites are Becky, Emma, and Charlotte.
You don't like Sasha?
He doesn't like her as much.
She's obviously, I can't deny her ability.
I just did the Sasha Banks dance.
He did. It's embarrassingly awful.
I'm trying to ignore it.
I love her.
No, obviously she's amazing, but she needs
Sasha
to be doing something.
Paige,
I can't be like, oh, my favorite is Trish. Like, she's not there.
And so Bailey. I love Bailey.
Oh yeah, Bailey's good. Well, main roster.
Okay. I miss Paige though.
I miss Paige actually being good.
Me and Paige are engaged. She just doesn't know it.
All right. Oh, she doesn't know it.
She doesn't know.
That's nice.
Good
That's
luck
cute.
with that.
She's not actually dating Dory though.
She's dating
Harris.
Brad
Bat.
Del Harriso.
Yes. That was awful. Significantly bad. All right.
Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in an Asylum match.
Ambrose.
He has to win an
gotta
Asylum match.
win.
I'm sorry. He does. If Jericho wins an Asylum match, that doesn't even make any sense.
Jericho won at Mania, so let Ambrose win.
I personally
Jericho's
think Jeff
probably gonna
Jarrett will win the. Oh wait,
Jeff
We're-
Jarrett.
this isn't TNA. Oh, sorry.
I like how the cage is spray painted black for the Asylum match.
That's kind of.
And it's weird that there's straight jackets hanging.
No,
above their
it's
face.
awesome.
There was a potted plant hanging from the
Yeah, you
ceiling.
didn't notice the plant.
It's Mitch. He's back.
Mitch has to be there.
Mitch 2.0.
I love
They
Mitch.
should put Francesca 2.0 in there too.
Exactly.
I think Jericho's going over.
I
Nope.
think he is too.
Ambrose.
But I want Ambrose to win.
The Usos versus the Club tornado tag match.
The Club.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, the club has to win. If the Usos win, which I have a feeling they're going to, it makes no sense unless...
The
never
club.
mind.
The club goes over, and Roman beats AJ. That's my thing.
I was gonna say it's gonna be opposites. So if
Yeah.
the Usos win, then something's
will win
gonna
the
go
title.
down. Yeah, or somebody's gonna make his debut.
I just want the
Yeah.
Usos to just disappear from my life.
I would love.
Please,
For Finn Balor to show up
Please, Finn,
tonight.
go into that match.
Oh
somehow.
my God! If Finn showed up tonight, that'd be
You would
awesome.
hear me
Yeah.
screaming
Oh man,
from around the world.
The
So
pop.
when you hear a scream, that's me.
the pop would be deafening.
Yeah.
Where are they tonight?
They are
New
in
Jersey.
I don't
New,
remember.
New Jersey.
Jersey's a pretty
New
good
Jersey.
crowd.
New Jersey.
They a good crowd.
They had a good crowd at Mania 29.
I think 29.
Yeah. that
Yeah,
month.
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that way.
So Roman goes over. Roman goes over.
Roman's going over.
Yeah.
Make Roman
It'll be
strong.
fun. It'll be a good match. I want to see how they're gonna do it.
Gotta make
There's
Roman
gonna be
strong.
run-ins and everything again, obviously.
I hope Finn. I hope Finn. And
I
the
hope
Bullet Club
Finn.
will finally form, and it'll be great.
I hope Finn.
I hate that they're calling it the club. By the way,
Me
It's like
too.
a
I think it's
tease.
awful.
Well,
But they can call it the club until Balor joins, and then
Then
it's,
it's
the Balor Club. That's right.
Bulletproof Balor Club.
Love it.
I love that his NXT merch has bulletproof on it.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
So good.
it's
It's
when
coming.
he debuts,
It's happening, my friend.
it'll be awesome.
It will be.
Okay, let's talk about the little group of superstars that were released.
Okay,
Okay.
first of all, can I just say that I didn't even know Cameron was still on
Yeah.
the roster,
So,
let
whatever.
alone...
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye.
Exactly.
She was awful. She, by the way, I have to correct a botch I made a couple podcasts back because I was listening to our other episodes the other day.
Okay.
I was talking about Naomi doing a split pin on somebody while they were lying on their back and telling the ref to count. It was actually Cameron.
Oh, was it
that did
Cameron?
Yeah. And yeah, it's still the funniest botch of my life. But I was just correcting it because Naomi is actually kind of improved, and I want to give her credit where it's due.
I hate Naomi.
I do too, but
She's very athletic, but she's very sloppy.
Maybe she's getting released.
I hope so.
it'd be nice.
I'm praying.
I don't think it'll happen though. She's married to an Uso.
That's true.
Oh yeah. Can't
So,
do anything against them.
bye, Tamina.
Yeah, get rid of Tamina.
Tamina?
She doesn't do
She doesn't
anything.
do anything. She just
She's
walks
injured.
around. But
Actually,
even
Naomi-
when
Naomi,
she's not
even when
Naomi
she's
and
not
Tamina are
injured.
injured.
Well, even when she's not,
They're both
injured,
horrible.
she
I hate Team Bad, especially Sasha.
She's not on Team Bad anymore.
I know.
Oh my god, please just don't talk about Team PCB.
PCB.
Gross. So bad.
God, that was almost like a year ago when that happened.
That was disgusting because even when they broke up, they were like, oh my god, Paige just like totally turned on them. And then like the next night, they're like wrestling as a tag team on Raw. And they're like, Team PCB. No, she just totally like attacked them. No.
Okay.
Team Bella was the best.
Let's talk
Obviously.
let's talk about the worst part of this release thing here.
Zeb Coulter?
No, Damian Sandow.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one everyone's talking about.
That because that one doesn't make any sense.
What?
He's so over.
What a waste of
Just
potential.
Give
and,
him
And did you
something.
see Cody Rhodes ask for
Yeah,
somebody
Cody
Yes,
Rhodes
he
wants
did.
to be released now.
Which is why I thought maybe the the diva that they were going to release would be Eden. Because, like, it doesn't make sense for her to stay if he's leaving.
No, but they were already saying that a top female was getting released before Cody said anything.
I know, but maybe she heard whispers that it's her.
She's not a top female.
That's what I was saying too.
She's a backstage.
Everyone thought it was Lillian for weeks.
God,
Lillian
needs to go.
People are still saying that she might be going though.
I hope so.
I'm sorry, she's terrible.
Well, yeah.
Eden's awesome.
Grammy Award winning Usos.
And then as soon as she said it, you were just kind of watching, and I was like, Grammy Award winning? What? And then you're like, what? Did she say that? I'm like, yeah. She's
it's like I heard it and it didn't register.
Because you can't imagine that kind of a botch.
It's almost like it was a Freudian slip, and she thinks her music career is taken off to the point where she's going to be winning Grammys.
There was one, I saw a clip, she was introducing John Cena, and she said, Sean Cena. I was just like...
The face of the company.
I just want Charlie Haas to run into a rope and bump her off so she can break her ankle again.
Well, wasn't she getting major heat for calling Big Cass Colin Cassidy?
Yeah.
For like the first couple weeks?
Yeah, she kept saying Colin Cassidy, and they were getting angry at her.
What's his name, though?
But they want him to be Big Cass.
Because once they move up, then they lose their first names or whatever, typically.
That's dumb.
But that's what happens. It's just like Neville. He was Adrian Neville, and then it's, Cesaro.
Rusev.
All of them.
Alexander Rusev.
Yeah.
Alexander.
He still wrestles barefoot. Or does
no, he has no shoes on.
He wears shoes now.
Yeah, he's got like little boots, like Kurt Angle boots.
I'd have really liked it if he still wrestled barefoot.
The Usos used to wrestle barefoot too. Do you remember that?
The Usos suck.
But
I hate them. I've always hated them.
I never liked them either.
Like their song's pretty cool. Their theme song.
No, it's not.
But I hate hearing it.
I hate it because of the 10-minute screaming intro before it.
Well, the 1 week their mic wasn't even working.
Yeah, so only one of the twins' mics was working, so you could only hear half of the whole thing.
I still hate them.
And then Oh, no, that was at the Raw we went to, where Brock's pyro didn't go off. Yeah. And we're like, yeah, someone's fired now.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they just didn't have pyro that night.
No, they did.
No, they had
Everyone else had pyro except for Brock.
They could tell it was set up, and then...
It just didn't go off.
As he started walking down the ramp, they just started pulling it away because it didn't go off.
Poor Brock.
Yeah.
I can't say poor Brock. That guy's got the best life ever. He wrestles like 6 days a year. Out in the woods killing things.
Yeah, I remember in the podcast he's talking about like guns. What kind of guns? Like Brock Lesnar doesn't need guns.
Yeah, he just rips animals apart.
He just kills deer with his bare hands.
He just looks at them and they explode.
Yeah, it's true.
And then obviously
they die from fear.
The other like major release that happened was obviously Wade Barrett, but everyone knew that was coming anyway to see it asked. Yeah, so that wasn't a shock. But Damien Sandow. Very disappointing.
His Mizdow shtick was awesome.
Oh, he still was so over. Like he'd be on Raw for like
he was
on Raw.
He made chicken salad out of chicken crap.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He was awesome.
But he wasn't just like, oh yeah, like, you know, people cheer for like Goldust or something. This guy was over.
This guy was getting pops.
Like huge pops.
When Miz would get like flipped or something, and he would run in the ring and do a flip himself and just land. It was the best part of the match. People were dying laughing.
I miss him.
He like suplexes himself like in the ring.
I know. Like how do you do that?
He's standing there like this.
He's going like that and then flips.
Amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So really sad. So we'll see who else gets released on the 27th.
Do you want to talk about the what's going on in the NHL with a certain heartbreak?
Oh, with the HBK line.
Yeah.
So awesome.
We'll touch on this briefly. Like, okay, first of all, the Pittsburgh Penguins are killing it this year. In the playoffs, anyway. They weren't really that good in the regular season. But anyway, good time to turn it on. Their third line is killing it. And it just so happens that the initials of the 3 forwards on their line are HBK. They've even They've even invited Shawn Michaels to Game 5 in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He accepted.
He did. He's going to be there.
He's going.
And I think he's introducing the lineup or whatever, too.
Oh. Can you just, like, super kick someone, please?
With an ice skate.
Oh.
Wow. That got violent right quick.
I'm a born again Christian!
Can the Usos be on the receiving end of that?
Yeah, please. But yeah, really cool that they're tying wrestling into the NHL playoffs.
Well, I saw there was like intro video and they used his theme song.
They did.
And they were like highlighting all the players.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's really cool.
Hockey Night Canada put together. He even did the intro before the video. Like he says like, "Hey Canada."
He's talking to Canada.
It's a Hockey Night in Canada exclusive thing.
That's pretty funny.
I wonder how they like him.
He screws over their biggest hero. And now he's introducing hockey.
Remember, we forgave him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they hugged. I forgot.
Yes.
Did that promo he did in Montreal still? In like
best heel promo ever.
Greatest heel promo of all time. The nuclear heat.
Yeah, where he teases Brett coming out.
If Brett would have came out, that would have been the loudest pop in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
Probably.
And because he didn't come out, it was the
loudest,
the loudest boo chant,
the most heat
ever. So good. So HBK line, we love you.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's good stuff. Hagelin, Benino, and Kessel.
I know.
Former Toronto Maple Leaf Phil Kessel that you guys all ran out of town because he wasn't putting up numbers that you wanted.
He wasn't putting up numbers.
Because he had no one to play with.
Whatever.
So, Christina was thinking about something recently. It's about a certain curse she's discovered.
So I figured out that there is a Christina Curse for wrestling.
Oh, what's this?
When did I figure this out? I figured this out when Daniel Bryan retired. I've only ever brought signs to 2 shows. One sign was just the Batista logo that I drew. And then another sign was CM Punk on one side and Daniel Bryan on the other side. What I've noticed is when I bring a sign to a show, that's typically their last show that I ever see them at. They're gone after that. So when I did the Batista one, that was at Wrestlemania, right? Wasn't that Wrestlemania 23? And then he retired the next night? He left? I think
26.
So.
No, Batista was the Over the Limit match.
Oh,
with
okay.
Cena,
Yes, you're right. Sorry. So then Batista quits. So then bye, he's gone for a couple years, whatever. Obviously came back briefly, but in theory, his career was done. Then when we went to Night of Champions.
I miss Batista.
Me too. Night of Champions in Detroit.
What? Are you crazy?
I miss whiny heel Batista from like 2006.
Heel Batista's amazing.
That was awesome.
So
kissing babies and hugging fat chicks.
When I went to Night of Champions, I had the Daniel Bryan / CM Punk sign. And since then, both are now gone. So every time I bring a sign to a show, that leads to the impending end of a career for somebody in the roster.
So you should just not
So
bring
I'm bringing a sign to the next show that I go to. So whether it's Raw or when we go to Survivor Series, then it'll be if it has to be at a pay-per-view, I guess. So when we go to Survivor Series, Charlotte, I got a sign for you. I'm so excited. I'm going to start designing it now. Do it with flair.
That's actually terrible. It's going to be like the most Charlotte Mark looking sign, too.
It is.
Because Christina's going to think she's getting away with something. She thinks I'm a fan. But really, I'm cursing you.
I'm so excited. So, yes. So that's the Christina Curse. When I bring a sign to a show, they eventually are gone. Like within a year or something.
I'll bring a Dean and Seth sign.
How rude.
Because I don't have a curse.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh. Yeah, I just assumed you had a curse, too.
I don't. I'm not cursed. Well, I am. I don't have a soul, but...
That's true. You are a ginger.
Okay, so let's move on to what's happened on this day. And I'm not talking about Edge's song either.
On this day...
So not too much happening today. They had Judgment Day in 2005. That's the one with Cena and Bradshaw, where they were just
bloody as hell.
Bloody all over. And
probably the most blood Cena's ever lost in a match, I would say.
So.
Oh,
it's caked on him.
Yeah, that was gross.
Like, it's disgusting. It's almost too much to watch.
Right. So they had that, and that was also, if you remember, the Booker T. Kurt Angle feud over Charmel. Do you ever remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kurt Angle was harassing her.
Where they made Kurt like a creepy predator.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's amazing.
That was hilarious.
He went from his 3 eyes to, hey, baby.
Yeah. He was like, oh, kind of creepy, but...
He was creepy.
But funny. And then...
King Booker.
And then, funnily enough, is that a word? Funnily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Funnily, yeah.
5 years ago, they had another pay-per-view, Over the Limit 2011, in which Cena was in another I Quit match, but with The Miz this time. Cena has never lost an I Quit match.
What's funny is
his
that
gimmick is never give up.
But
you think he's losing an I Quit or a submission match ever?
Unless he's against like Roman.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that even. Unless someone's really
he
trying
only
to get
loses
their
if he
submission.
wants to lose.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I'm sure he has full reign on.
He had no
whether
problem
feels
losing
like
to Daniel Bryan.
Well, it's his brother-in-law.
He still had no
basically.
problem doing it though.
Yeah.
He was injured anyways, though.
He was.
Still.
He had the tennis.
He had a
ball
tennis
elbow.
ball on his elbow.
But he at least realized that Bryan was over enough and said, "Hey, let's give this guy a shot."
That's
Yes.
true.
Do
you want to?
Couple birthdays. Brian Pillman would have been 54, and it's Daniel Bryan's birthday.
Flying Bryan.
So two
Bryans.
Two Bryans on the same day.
Do you want to talk about one of the on this days from yesterday?
Oh,
it's Psycho.
Yesterday had some pretty cool on this days. Yesterday was 16 years since the Rock Triple H Iron Man match.
No, 17 years.
No, that was in 2000.
Oh.
Where Taker
came back.
Nice.
Your favorite Taker.
My favorite Taker.
That was his debut yesterday.
I love the American Badass.
16 years ago.
And then 15 years ago.
And then 1 year later, on the same date, was the greatest match in the history of Raw, Jericho and Benoit against Stone Cold and Triple H, where Triple H tore his quad.
The quad.
Can you believe that was 15 years ago?
Yeah,
Isn't that gross?
The quad.
Vince tore both at the same time.
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
Well, he was mad.
You didn't see the muscle tear off his
He
bone.
no sold tearing both his quads. He just didn't stand. He was just like,
my quads are gone.
Restart the damn match.
Yeah, those are crazy.
Someone help me to the back. God damn it.
So, earlier I mentioned I have a alternative prediction for SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So the obvious choice would be Shane versus Triple H. However, what if it turns, Vince says, okay, you each have to pick somebody to wrestle, blah, blah, blah. So obviously, like, Stephanie's going to pick
Stephanie's going to pick someone to wrestle?
So, like, Stephanie picks Triple H, obviously, to be, like, her. So, like, if Triple H wins, then Stephanie keeps control of Raw.
Like a representative.
If Shane wins, like, if Shane's team wins, then Shane controls Raw. And Shane
picks Steve Blackman.
No!
Steve Blackman.
He picks Seth Rollins.
Rollins will be back before then, though.
I know, but this will give us the Seth Rollins versus Triple H match that we've all been wanting.
If I was Shane,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
So, like, instead of Shane being involved, it's like an actual match. So it's
and Rollins puts Hunter over, or Hunter puts Rollins over.
Hunter puts Rollins over,
like he was supposed to.
Yes, I think that would be the greatest match of all time. I'm so excited. I thought about it this morning, and I thought that that's what's gonna happen.
That's gonna be better than Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Taker Michaels at Mania 25. I don't know.
It might not be better than Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn either, but still, it'll be up there.
You know what? It's not a bad story.
Because the obvious...
It'd be an awesome match.
Because the obvious thought right now is that it's going to be Shane versus Triple H, right? Like, everyone's automatically assuming that. Why not put a spin on it? Have him pick somebody, and then that person...
No, you know what would make it even more interesting than just picking random people? Well, okay, even if they pick random people, but have it so that Seth was aligned with them, with Triple H and Stephanie.
Right.
So he was with them, and then Shane picks him, and now it's like Seth has to go against Triple H, and then they're like, oh, Seth won't, Seth will be like, yeah, I'll lose.
Right.
And then Triple H will get a sense maybe Seth is not going to lose. And then Triple H will, like, give a big beat down on Seth.
Seth does
turn him babyface.
Kind of the exact same thing he did with Orton.
Yeah.
Yes.
2003.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine.
2004.
Whatever.
Who cares? That would be
Thumbs
awesome.
up?
Yeah. And then the spit. Remember the spit?
Where
was
he
like
spit in
hanging
his face.
down his face. Ugh.
It was like
so gross.
Dangling. It was like Sheamus's beard. It was just like dangling.
Sheamus like pins his beard onto his...
We talk about this every podcast.
I know, it's disgusting. You both look like disgusting. Anyway, so that's
like Dr. Zoidberg.
That's my major prediction.
There's actually a meme going around with Sheamus's new beard and Zoidberg. Comparison.
I haven't seen that.
That's disgusting. So anywho, that's my major prediction. Like of all the, like the
You know
other
what?
stuff,
I
think
like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
That's not bad. That could be a really good story leading into SummerSlam.
It just
especially if Seth is with the Authority and Shane picks.
See, I think that because
Rollins.
Seth is, especially if Seth is coming back as a heel, that would be the perfect baby face turn. Is if that, like what you said, like all of a sudden he starts to get a sense that something's going to go wrong. So Triple H like attacks him kind of. So that's like, forget this. I'm not gonna just lie down and let you beat me.
Yeah.
And whatever, it has this amazing match, and then he goes over. I think that would be.
I think it'd be awesome, and it'd be a good.
And it'd be
face
a good.
turn.
And it would be a good change of storyline because everything is so stagnant right now.
Yeah.
So can't wait till he comes back June 6th.
It's a new era in WWE, but McMahon's are front and center.
Front and center always.
Shocker. I'm so surprised. So yeah. So anyways.
It's almost like the McMahons are like Thanos of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, they really are. Oh, here,
They are.
retweet if you're on Team Charlotte. Let me just do that real quick.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Actually, now that I've been scrolling on Twitter here, I've seen that there is a post saying that Sasha is actually injured, and that it's not true that she's just.
There
not
were
on
murmurs
TV.
that she was hurt, but nobody's saying how bad.
Let me just glance over here and see if there's.
When's the
anything
last time she had a match?
The night after
on
Mania.
TV?
Raw?
I think it was the
After
night after
Mania?
Mania.
Was she on?
Yeah.
What did she do? I don't even
She was there that week, and then she disappeared. She lost to Becky?
She got kneed in the head by a ref?
Oh.
What? So a ref injured her? Does the ref get punished?
She was pulled from the weekend house shows and a meet and greet because she was kneed in the head by a ref.
She probably has a concussion.
Probably has a concussion then.
You ever
That's
see
dangerous,
the Up, Up, Down, Down? You ever watch
with
any of
Becky?
that? No.
They have a new one with Becky where they play Mortal Kombat.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like other episodes though?
Yeah.
You know that the Makazi guy
Yeah.
that's on the show?
Yeah.
You know that guy? That's Sasha's fiance.
Gross.
Mm.
Really?
That's your competition.
Buddy, I could get over that. Are you kidding me? He's nothing.
He's nothing. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's tiny.
You have to fight him.
Blow on him.
Look, easy there, Vince. Calm
Seriously.
down.
Actually, yeah, we were there live for a Vince F-bomb.
That's exactly how Vince sounded.
Yep. Pretty much.
Just censor that.
Yeah,
Edit that out.
Yeah, we're beeping that out.
I'm so sorry.
So, all right then.
I'm going to go one show without dropping an F-bomb. I'm going to.
Good luck.
Actually, this is way off topic. This has nothing to do with wrestling, but I read a fan theory the other day. Have you guys seen Deadpool?
Yeah.
They're saying this fan thinks that they should incorporate Deadpool into the extended X-Men universe.
Okay.
And bring him
Isn't
into
that kind of what they were doing?
No, but bring him into the main continuity, like with with Days of Future Past and
okay.
that other movie. Well, what if Deadpool knows he's in a PG-13 movie and he's only allowed to drop one F-bomb and he's saving it for the right moment the entire movie, and it's a running gag throughout the movie, and then someone steals his F-bomb like Wolverine or something and says it, and Deadpool just spends the last 20 minutes of the movie freaking out because he couldn't say it.
Or like his response will be like dropping like F-bombs like crazy, but they'll have to censor all of them.
That'd be amazing. I kind of love that.
That'd be an awesome
like, are
running
you
gag.
beep, beep, beep?
Yeah, it'd
That'd
be
be
awesome.
amazing.
But anyway, I apologize for that. It was a slip of the tongue.
It's all good.
It's all good.
I know I say it won't happen again, but
It will.
But it will.
I can't promise that.
We can definitely expect more.
Pay-per-views tonight.
Yeah.
So we will see if Wikipedia was right.
Yeah.
I know.
Or
If Wikipedia is right, I swear to God.
That's crazy. Someone's gonna lose.
What if it's that Dolphins guy on Reddit who?
Oh, maybe.
Spoiled.
Is he still doing that?
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
He's pretty accurate.
There's some guy that posts like results before they happen.
Yeah, he's an insider in WWE. Like he's someone who works for them.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And he spoils pay-per-views ahead of time on Reddit.
That's awesome.
And they haven't found who it is because he's got like a private profile and like nobody can see what his actual name is or anything like that. So
can't they check by IP address?
Well, if
he doesn't
like
do it.
He
doesn't do it out of the WWE headquarters. He doesn't know.
Exactly.
Well, it's not against the law to post spoilers.
Yeah, you can't you can't check somebody's IP address just because they're posting spoilers for your show. I mean, you can fire them if they're doing it at work, but what they do on their free time.
I guess that's true. Well, we'll see if Wikipedia is right, and then we will discuss it on our next
So if Wikipedia is right, New Day is winning?
New
Day's winning.
Natty is winning.
Natty's winning. Jericho's winning.
Sammy's winning.
I don't agree with Natty winning.
And Roman's winning.
I don't agree with Natty winning at all.
No. If Natty wins, she'll lose it like tomorrow night.
Back to Charlotte. Okay, really, why do you hate her so much?
I don't like her.
It's just blind hatred at this point.
It's blind hatred at this point. It's not that she's not good. I think she's very talented. I think she's good in the ring. She's solid in the ring. I just don't like her. I know, but I hate her face.
The main event segment was better.
Huh?
This contract signing was better than the Paige one.
Oh, yeah. This was way better. Well, yeah, because she wasn't crying talking about her brother.
Paige botched that promo, too. Like, Paige, near the end of her first run, like, before they took her off TV, was getting pretty bad on the mic, I thought.
Because she became latent. Because everybody else that was around her was terrible.
Yeah.
So she didn't bother to try. Now that there's actually girls that can wrestle,
yeah,
she's still off there.
It'd be nice to have her on TV again.
Well, it'd be nice if they would include her in with the girls that can actually
wrestle.
What
do you guys think about Dana Brooke?
Too early.
I think she's doing good though.
She's
doing good, all things considered. But
is she still dating Ziggler? Do we know?
I don't think so.
They were dating.
That's weird.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Ziggler has this thing for dating girls that are blonde and not attractive, like Dana Brooke and like Amy Schumer. Jesus. Just gross.
She looks like a pig.
I know. Yeah. They both do.
She's funny, first of all, I know it's not anything to do with Amy Schumer. But how could you be excited for the new Ghostbusters movie? You're crazy.
Dude, it looks awesome.
That movie looks horrible.
Did you see the other 2 trailers they released?
No.
Then you need to check those out.
Why?
Because they look amazing.
Actually, I did see one, I think.
It completely... Those 2 trailers completely renege everything in the original.
But how? All the scenes from the first trailer are still going to be in the movie.
No, it's all completely different. And Kate McKinnon is going to steal that movie.
Where is she even from? How do you know her? Where is she
SNL.
From? Is she?
Yeah.
Actually, they're all from SNL.
They're all SNL alumni.
Except
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, which I honestly, I hate her.
I'm over her. I'm not a fan of her either. But I'm going to go see it for Kristen Wiig and Kate McKinnon. Because that'll be hilarious.
I won't even check it out.
And Chris Hemsworth is in it. And he looks pretty funny.
Him. Okay,
People are just hating on it because they thought it was like, we're just going to throw female people in for the sake of feminism or whatever.
But it's not even that.
It looks decent.
It didn't even look, it wasn't funny. The special effects were whatever.
I don't know. I thought it looked good.
It just seemed like a money grab.
I think it looks all right.
Everybody's always wanted...
Any remake is a money grab.
Let's be honest. But this is like a beloved franchise, and then they're just throwing in Melissa McCarthy. Everyone will go see Melissa McCarthy.
Well, okay, what were you going to say? Let's get back on wrestling here.
I was going to say, so the pay-per-view's tonight, so we will have another podcast.
Hopefully.
Sometime in the year 2016.
Yeah, really. We're just waiting for Brad all the time.
I'm sorry I live 3 hours away. Jeez. I can't just come down here whenever. But, yeah, that was fun. I opened the show, and it went well.
All right, so...
You just got to edit me swearing.
We'll beep you out. So anyways, please, like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, check us out on iTunes and on Facebook, the Squared Circle Podcast. And you can leave us comments, suggestions, things you want us to talk about. Become friends with us, like us, etc. Well, obviously you like us. You really like us.
You don't even have to just like us anymore. You can love us.
That's true. You can love us. Podcast will be up sometime today before the pay-per-view, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Thanks, Michael Cole.
# I don't have one this time.
Free Titus, because he's still not back.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's back.
No.
He's back.
He's on TV?
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
He's been on TV a couple times.
No.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's back.
Darren Young is back. They're doing those weird promos.
Titus is back.
Make Darren Young great again?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
With Bob
really?
Backlund.
I haven't seen
With
Titus.
Bob Backlund as his coach.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. I think it's funny.
It's funny?
I think it's funny.
It's horrible.
It's racist as hell.
I'd rather watch Ghostbusters.
No,
it's going to be awesome.
Back? Okay, he's back. Okay, so hashtag June 6th, Seth Rollins returns.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Hashtag Roman Berry's life.
Okay.
Hashtag LOL Roman wins.
Shocked.
All right, later.
Bye.